Goodbye, 2021. Hello, 2022.
How you doing, 2022? How you doing?
Want to go on a date? Get down tonight?
This year was weird, I think it's safe to say. But we got some really, je ne sais, beautiful moments.
You better know what time it is when you're hearing that.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the king of all podcasts. There you go, Teddy. It's Freddie Mercury and his version of God Save the Queen. In case you don't know, I have been selected as the king of all podcasts. Just recently.
Wow.
We just posted the photo today. Nick, why don't you put that photo up? On this show today, live, which will eventually become a podcast, we are going to talk about some of the stuff that's going around out there before this inauguration. First of all,
there's a lot of it.
A lot of it. We might be talking to this guy, Paul Good. We're going to have on Pastor Paul Begley from Lafayette, not Louisiana. No, I'm talking Indiana. And a host of others on this edition of All Over the Road, New Orleans, the podcast. I'm Victor Del Drono, the king of all podcasts, and with me is Ted Semper, my brother in broadcasting.
It's good. This picture, where did you take? I've never seen this picture before.
Well, that's an actual canvas that was done of me when I was selected as king of all podcasting.
It's pretty impressive.
Podcasts. Nick Vobel's here, my executive producer.
Absolutely hilarious.
That's quite a picture there. Say hello.
How you doing, everybody?
We're just fortunate just to be associated with
such
the
an
king of all
incredible portrait.
podcasts. I mean, geez. I mean, when you think of there's one. Last I heard, this changes almost daily. 1.3 million podcasts.
Yes.
And remember when we started over a year and a half ago, whatever it was. There was like 700,000, and now there's over 1 million.
Yeah, I know. On Apple's platform alone, there's over 1 million.
And we're in the same room as the king.
We're with the king. So
that's awesome.
What better place to be than with the king
honored.
of all?
I'm absolutely honored.
Yeah, but how do you think we feel?
Well, you're my court. I'm the king, and you're the court.
I mean, somebody's got to be the king. Step up and take it.
I'm the king.
He's the king.
I'm the king. The picture proves it. The king of all podcasts, which is myself.
And I'm coming through your hood in my red hat. And they say they looking for me. I say, where? Cause it seems like they all high like some scared cats. You can tell the deep state that I said that. Cannons always on my shirt. They gonna be triggered when I wear that. I exposed all the fakes. Now who next? Bryson do not tolerate no disrespect. We went to the White House. They said we got to check. But this truth might make you upset. Donald Trump is your president. If you like it or not.
It's all over the road, New Orleans. And a special report. What did happen January 6th at the Capitol? From the Coins Trader. I'm sorry. I've been out of work for a while.
Yeah.
From the Coin Trader Studios in New Orleans, Louisiana. Here's Vic, Nick, and Ted. Thank you very much, announcer guy, and welcome back.
Is he back for good?
He's back for good. He's back for good. I
don't know how I feel about that.
He exercised his demons, Teddy.
He worked out his no-compete clause.
He worked it out.
Couldn't get hired. He can't get hired anywhere else. So he's back with us, I guess.
And, of course, when you hear this music, you know that you're about to hear some breaking news.
Yeah, okay.
We have been talking a little bit about some of the theories that are out there, some of the what-ifs that are out there, some of the true or false things. And I wanted to get someone on the big show here, me being the king of all podcasts,
right?
And talk to an individual who was actually at the Capitol on January the 6th. So let's have a big round of applause, for Mr. Paul Good.
It's all good.
It's all good. What's up, Paulie?
Hey, guys. What's going on?
Hey. Paul is a singer. He's, I guess I don't know. Do you have a podcast? I don't know if you have a podcast. I know he has an internet radio station.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a radio station called Rooster Radio, The Roo.
Oh, cool. The Roo. Yeah.
For months, I just felt helpless with everything that's going on. And I just wanted to do something to show support. And many of my friends who and family couldn't get up there, but I was able to shake loose and get up there and show some support, representing all my friends and family. So, one of my friends bailed out. We were supposed to go, and so I just went solo and drove up there the day before, found a motel about 8 miles out of the city, and there's a bunch of other Trump supporters there.
You are listening to the best of 2021, the All Over the Road New Orleans podcast. This is your announcer guy speaking.
My brother Michael works for WTN in Nashville. He's a conservative talk show host, and he does a fantastic job. And not only is he a great talk show host and works at WTN in Nashville, you know, I like to talk up an intro, I like to talk it up really good like this, Michael. So you talk one up. He ain't heavy.
The road is long.
He's my brother.
The great Neil Diamond.
Come on now.
With many winding.
He ain't heavy. He's my brother.
Nailed it.
All right, Michael, we just did a little deal on the last show we just did a little show open on the last show that talked about, we obviously said you were going to be on the next show. We couldn't have you on the previous show because the wounds were still too new for us and many others. And we played Sammy Davis Jr.'s The Candyman, and we just talked about all the stuff that the Candyman's going to deliver. And at that time, Ted made a bold...
That cat could perform.
Michael, you being a professional talk show host, one of the things that we made today was a bold prediction. Teddy made it, and I said that last night myself, is that by mid-April, there is going to be no more COVID, and they're going to say that Joe Biden saved the day. How does that sound to you?
Right now, all indications are, that does deserve a laugh track. Right now, all indications are they're going to continue to weaponize COVID. So there's no indication that until they get herd immunity and enough vaccinations, it's going away. I would put that right up there with the concentration camps in Alaska and managing tribunals underground.
Hey everybody, this is the king of all podcasting, Victor Delatorno, with my brother in broadcasting.
Yes, you are listening to the best of 2020, the year that came and went so fast.
2021, Teddy.
I'm a year off.
It's about to be 2022.
What do I know? It's the best of all over the road.
So I went to Headales and got us a king cake. My mama had to order it special because she like praline on one side, and then I like cream cheese. Well, I really just like it plain, but you know, and then they got the baby inside. I only wanted a small piece, but I don't think I got the baby.
Mardi Gras 2021 Spectacular from all over the road, New Orleans.
This is All Over the Road Street Talk. It is the pub crawl, Mardi Gras pub crawl. Casey, get over here. We are combing the city to find pieces of Mardi Gras somewhere, and I'm on Iberville Street with some folks. Now, is this an official house float? It is?
Yes, it is an official house float. Ragnar Conquers 2021.
And what is your name?
Christian.
And Christian, are you a piratess?
We're Vikings.
Oh, you're a Vikiness?
Yes, it's a Viking ship. We're Vikings, honoring Swedish heritage.
Do you know my friend Kendall there? He's one of your neighbors.
He is a neighbor.
We went to high school together. And when we hung around, we were inseparable. Get up here. We were inseparable when we were 17, 18, 19, and then he broke up with me.
Oh, that sounds devastating.
Didn't you, Kendall? Get up here. Tell these people why you broke up with me.
Because you were a pain in the ass.
I was a pain in the ass. That's not why. It's not why you told me.
Sure it was.
No, you said...
It's my personal space, and you were like always up.
Oh, bull crap. You broke up with me because you said every time we went out, I got you in trouble.
Oh, that too. That didn't help.
No, I'm not getting the vaccine, Dr. Oz. I'm not.
Hey, be sure to tell us your story, how you've been making it through COVID-19. Tell us your struggles, your blessings, things that God might be showing you, or maybe some things that you didn't know before and now you know. Maybe you're looking at life completely different. We want to hear about it. It's our listener line. It's 24/7, 365. I think it's 365. Yeah. The number is 504-267-6006. We want to hear from you. Please participate. You'll be glad you did. And you might win a valuable prize. David Bodner is here.
All right, David. All right, how
He's
you
not
been?
the middleman, is he?
No.
I just want to make sure.
Not thank God.
I just need to know if I need to like this guy or not.
Yeah, thank God.
I don't want to like him too much.
Yeah, he's, a lot of people like him. Let's put it that way. David is the chief executive officer of the New Orleans mission, which this program, our sponsors support, very heavily, and we believe in it a lot. They have two great facilities called the Giving Hope Retreat Center for Men, and of course my favorite, Lynn Haven. And they're getting ready to have a big old luncheon that we're going to participate in, and I want to talk about that.
Yes.
But I want to tell you right now, you're not getting out here without telling your story.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's what God did.
Okay. All right. So, and let me just say this. Since David has taken over the New Orleans mission, David used to be a car salesman. He'd take your keys and throw it on the roof so you couldn't leave.
Pretty much.
Yeah. He'd go, the guy would go, "This is my trade."
Yeah.
And he'd go, "Let me give me the keys," and he'd throw it on the roof.
You don't seem like that type of guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I was, but God saved me.
Yeah, and he's the kind of guy that would say, "Hey, what's it going to take for me to get you in this car? What's it going to take?" Anyway, but anyway, that was then.
Yeah.
But since he has taken over this ministry, and it really is a ministry. It's not just a ministry. It's a community. It is such a benefit to the city. The thing is just blown up, absolutely blown up, and I know he is not going to give himself credit, but I'm going to give him a little bit of credit for it because I can do that. But David, thank you. Welcome to the program. I've been wanting to have you on.
Thank you for having me. It's good to be here.
You're an engaging fellow, and you know some of my family.
I do. I know Bob from the radio. Right. So that was pre-Christ life as well.
So tell us about the luncheon. That's the first thing going on the 26th.
Yeah. So our luncheon is to make people aware of, obviously, human trafficking in our community. So many times we think of human trafficking like Liam Neeson, that it's, somewhere else but here. But Louisiana being top 20 in the nation, just cities, not just states, cities, New Orleans and then Baton Rouge too, also in the top 20. So
when you say top 20, what top 20 what?
City that has human trafficking issues.
Wow.
So, ladies for Super Bowl brought in, and you can see it. When you have an environment like Bourbon Street, it's inviting to this type of behavior. So we've been aware of it, and I think for me, I have 3 daughters and 2 sons, and I think about my little girls and what God had said to me, if your daughter was being trafficked, what would you do? And the reality is there's nothing that I wouldn't do. Then he said, they're my kids. Why aren't you doing something about it?
Share the show.
Share the show. Send it to your barber. Send it to your uncle.
Yeah.
Scott, Victor, and Ted over here at All Over the Road, New Orleans. How are you, buddy?
Hey, how's it going? Hang on one second, all right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Hey, it's Scott. I knew we'd get him. The Louisiana A-Ride.
Scott Michael?
You must have a
Scott
Verizon.
McKay.
Oh, Scott McKay.
Scott McKay.
Also coming up is Cool Clint. His name is Clint Inval, and I had no idea that he worked with Derek. This is the first time hearing about it.
Oh yeah, no, he's a great guy.
Scott, is that you?
Yes, sir.
Scott McKay, ladies and gentlemen, from Louisiana. Hey,
All right. Scott, how you been?
Not too bad. How you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing good.
We're doing good. We had John last year before the election, and we know about your movement and everything. So, I have one question for you now, and that is this. Now, what do we do?
I don't want to say hell if I know, because that's a little dour for Friday. But well,
Scott, what do we do?
Well, if you're in oil and gas, I have no advice for you.
Get out of it.
Everything is bad.
I'm not in that. Although I have gas. So that's it.
Well, I mean, the whole country may have gas before it's all said and done. But I mean, you batten down the hatches, and there's an election in 2022, and I think Republicans really need to win something in 2022 because, I don't think Democrats, the way they are right now with this much power, is good at all. And everything needs to be done at the state and local level, I guess. It's important to have, local folks who are willing to stand up to the feds. And, we got to hold the local guys accountable to do just that.
Well, you know what? They're still going to try to do the Olympics this year. I don't know if you heard about that. And I understand that there's about 50 men running in the women's category.
50?
Yeah.
Jeez.
There's like 50 men.
Wow.
Running in the women's category.
Well,
So now, Scott, what do we do?
I don't think it's much of an Olympics if it's it's men and like men who aren't all that good. It feels like that's
So what do we
those
do?
are the categories. It's men and like beta males or something.
Hey, me and my brother in broadcasting, Teddy Semper, would like to thank you for listening to our show here tonight. We want to wish you a happy new year and keep listening and enjoying the best of 2021 from All Over the Road, the podcast. So I just got back go ahead, Ted. Go ahead.
I was going to wonder, I was going to ask Michael if you got the ratings from Thursday. How do they do?
How were the ratings
from your show on WTN in Nashville? When
Look, Nielsen said they're going to have to delay the results. It's taking so long to count them all. Radio audience.
Well, what is the program director say?
Numbers are still coming in.
All right.
And this is my brother Vic's audition to take over the Rush Limbaugh Show.
Actually, I am the king of all podcasting, and it's great to be here in beautiful Hendersonville.
We're not in Henderson. We're in Franklin. You can't.
Well, no, the ID said Nashville, Hendersonville, or something.
Well, yeah.
The ID, I mean, I didn't know I was in Hendersonville.
You're in the jungle room in Franklin.
You know, I'm still.
Are you sure you didn't go to the Tin Roof too?
What did the program director say? I mean, just to let y'all know, I was on Michael's show in Nashville on WTN 99.7 Super Talk on Thursday morning. And first of all, 3 hours. I can't believe. I mean, I kept looking at it. How do you do this for 3 hours?
It's a long time.
You know, and he's got a lot of commercials,
a lot of conditioning.
I'm exhausted.
He's got a lot of commercials, and he really sells it. Like if you just got a landscaper, you're effing up. You need a horticulturist or something. Would you say you need a?
I gotta tell you, Teddy, I was afraid at first because you just never know what Vic's going to say.
That's right.
He did bring up small people and didn't use the proper term.
Oh, I feel like I can't say that, huh?
No,
starts with an M. Ends in a T. You rent them for parties.
I don't even know.
You rent them for parties.
I don't even know what you could call them now. I think they're just called small people.
Yeah.
Little people.
Yeah.
Is it little?
Little people.
Yeah, you rent them for parties. You know, did I tell you about the time I went to the Little People Wrestling?
I don't.
Did he get beeped at all?
No.
And then, of course, he's always got something that happens to him when he's in Nashville. So the first time he was approached apparently by swingers, and that's a place where that unfortunately happened. Is a place he's frequented several times since.
Well, they had the games on there. All the games are on. You know, they had all the conference tournaments.
Now this time he claims somebody's suspicious. Now men want him.
I'm just minding my own business wherever I go.
Want him. Everybody wants him.
Yeah, just mind my own business.
Going to a place called Tony's. He was thinking he was.
No. I'm going to tell that story in a minute. Don't tell the story. But anyway, I took a trip to Nashville to see Michael, my mom, and my nieces and my nephew. Who, you know, after the whole thing was over, I realized that the only sane one in the group is Nick. He's not even smiling.
That's frightening.
That's frightening to Sunday.
Goodbye, 2021. Hello, 2022.
How you doing, 2022? How you do?
Want to go on a date? Get down tonight.
It's only the best of 2021. From all over the road,
From the bayou
New
to the
Orleans.
city to the birds to the swamps, you better know what time it is when you're hearing that.
It's more good, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, moms and dads. It's another All Over the Road podcast, New Orleans, and today I'm a little bit angry.
Oh.
I'm angry today. Is anyone else angry? Am I the only one angry here?
I don't know.
Am I?
Do I need a reason?
Listen, on this show here, we're gonna hear a little bit about Moxie because Katie is back in the house. Katie?
I'm back.
Katie's back, the host of Motivation Station, is back with us here. Let's give her a big hand. And we're going to talk about Moxie a little bit, which is her new coffee shop. You need coffee? Sometimes you need some coffee.
Yeah. I mean, is it still new?
Oh, yeah, it's still new. It's still new. It's
always going to be new. 6?
Yeah. No,
Opened in October.
It's still new.
Not too long.
But we got some things that are happening over there. One of those things is, I believe, Nick, who has been schlepping coffee.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. First of all, Nick, how you feeling?
I'm feeling a little under the weather, from being completely honest, but all things considered, I'm okay.
So things haven't been easy for you.
Well, what's the symptoms?
No, things
He's a little TO'd.
I think we deserve to know what the symptoms are.
So I've spent a lot of time lately just working and being employed and like trying to make money and being a provider.
So maybe it's just
I'm feeling a little worn down.
I think you're just overworked.
Yeah.
Wait, I gotta say something about Nick.
Yeah.
He is a fan favorite over there.
I want to know about that.
No, wait, let me just tell you, I'm not joking. All jokes aside.
Really?
Women, men, all genders, whatever you identify as, They come in and they're like, "Where's Nick?"
Yeah.
Yep.
They want Nick. They think
say
he's
no.
funny.
They say ginger boy.
Yep.
They're like, "Where's the Baristy Boys?"
Wow.
Which is
That's Megan
Nick
Owens.
and Brandon, the combination. They do like bits. They make people laugh.
Yeah, what do they do?
Funny
They-
Instagram
They just
content.
like are goofy and like mess with the guests,
somewhat
and like
entertaining
everybody
and-
loves them.
Yeah.
Loves
They're the
them.
barista bros. That's
The
what they're.
Baristy Boys.
That's what you do, man.
Baristy
Like the
boys.
Beastie Boys, but
Correct.
the Baristy Boys. Yeah.
Yes.
Barista boys.
Doug Mouton from the news.
From Channel 4. There he is.
So you just got off the air, huh?
Yeah, well, 45 minutes ago.
Okay.
All right. So what was the big story today? The big
The
sports.
historic classic is in New Orleans this week.
Wow.
Yes.
Who cares?
No, there's 10,000 people out there a day. It's like a real live event.
Are you serious?
10,000 people.
10,000
Yes.
people out there?
We gotta go out there.
No. There weren't 10,000 today. Today was the Pro-Am. But they're allowing 10,000 fans a day. It's going to feel like a real sport event, which is crazy.
So you were out there today?
I was not. I was here. But we
Well,
did
you
have
know,
a crew out
He's
there.
just talking
How
about
would
it.
you judge?
How would you
I will
judge
be out there
capacity at a golf course?
Well, they have tickets.
They count the tickets.
And I
Just
think
by
when you-
tickets, but how would you?
Yeah.
You have to have a
Tickets
number.
taken.
Well, 10,000. That's great.
Just to tell you who everybody is, Doug. The young man you see there, the two guys together. That's Nick Vogel. He's the executive producer, and that's Daniel LaHare from Louisiana Lafayette. He was a baseball player. Did you ever hear him, Daniel LaHare?
Yeah. Yes.
There you go.
H-A-R-E?
Lahare.
Doug Mouton. Everybody in New Orleans knows who Doug is, and Doug and I go way back because we've played fantasy baseball against one another for many, many years.
Oh, yeah?
And Doug,
For like 30 plus.
30 plus years.
Oh, my.
30 plus.
And
Since
Doug-
the early 90s at least.
And Doug always wins. Yes, indeed. It's all over the road, New Orleans. The king of podcasting, Victor Delatono. My brother in broadcasting, Ted Semper to my right.
Hola. Hey, man. How you doing?
Just in time
How
for
you
Cinco
doing?
de Mayo. You got to say hola.
That's right. Hola.
Cinco
Hola,
de
amigo.
Mayo. Right around the corner. And you know what?
And my name is Teodoro.
It is.
Yes, Teodoro.
It is. I'm El Toro Grande. El Toro Grande, el Presidente.
Love it. Love it.
And of course, Nicholas is over here. Nicholas Vogel, the executive producer of the year. Now, listen, this is going to be. I want to thank all the people that support this show, all the listeners, our sponsors, all of our followers, for making All Over the Road a podcast that is going into its third season. What? It's our third season. We have done over 100 episodes. And we've had everything on here from, I mean, you know it, Nick. I mean,
Oh, my.
anything can happen. And that's why it's all over the road, New Orleans. You know, we got criticized in the beginning about this.
What?
You know, they say, hey, you gotta pick a lane. Pick a lane.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we don't pick a lane. We
Right.
drive right down the center.
That's why it's all over the road.
Yeah.
New Orleans.
So we've had everything.
Go
We've
a
had,
little over to the left, a little to the right, maybe in the other lane, opposite, wrong way. We've been ticketed a few times, speeding. We've been accused, and we're guilty. We're guilty of all of that.
sometimes reckless, sometimes careful.
Sometimes.
You never know. Sometimes it could be anything. I will say this, though, when it comes to being on the road. Then this is for all of us that are listening. This is very important. I want you to listen. If there's anything I've ever said that you need to listen to, it's this right here. Let's say you want to check your Facebook, Nick. Let's say that's good. Yeah.
Check my Facebook.
Let's say you want to go on the Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah. Instagram. Yeah.
Let's say you want to do a tweet or two.
Tweet.
Sure.
Tweet or two.
I said
You want to do a tweet or two?
Well, we don't have a tweet account.
Well, I'm just saying. Let's say you want to.
Maybe we do have a
I have a personal Twitter account.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways.
I'm talking about people in general.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
The best time to check any of your socialist media platforms,
Right.
okay? And remember, this is word to the wise, is to do it while you're driving down Veterans Memorial Boulevard.
That's when everybody seems to be doing
That's
that.
when everybody does it.
That's the best time.
Everybody's doing it.
I don't know what the deal is there.
Why is
that
this?
is true.
I don't know.
I mean, what's the deal on veterans?
Right on Veterans. Anywhere from the lake to Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
It doesn't work if you're on St. Bernard Highway.
No.
I-10.
No.
610.
No. Veterans Memorial Boulevard is where it happens.
It's got to be there.
Okay, so I'm just letting you all know, if you all want to do that, you don't have to stop what you're doing.
Yeah.
Don't stop what you're doing. Just take a ride down Veterans like everybody else and check out your Faccia to Brute book and your socialist media platforms, okay?
Yeah.
It's perfectly okay.
Nothing but the best of 2021. from all over the road, New Orleans.
The reasons rugby football is the toughest sport on earth. Some of the fastest white boys in the world play rugby football. It was 12 of them. It was 2 of us, me and my homeboy Jarrell. Me and Jarrell gave each other that look like we finna kill them. They ain't running with us for obvious reasons. I never want to hear the word he fast for a white boy ever again in my life. Nah. This was Forrest Gump running from the kids throwing rocks fast. This was knowing you lactose intolerant but drinking a whole gallon of milk before bed, then your stomach getting tore up fast. This was the kind of speed that made you feel like somebody on the field was cheating. There ain't no way the hell they that fast. Why the field seems shorter than y'all when y'all got the ball? When we got the ball, it seemed like it's longer. Jarrell, when did you get so slow? Come on, man.
You know, guys, one of the new phenomenons in town is the New Orleans Gold rugby team.
Oh, that's right.
It's a new phenomenon. I mean, from what I hear, you told me this personally.
Well, yeah, because I've been to a game. I'm sorry, a match, I should say.
That's right, it's a match.
It's not a game, it's a match. I went to the very first home opener, NOLA Gold.
You are going to try to play rugby, do a lot of shrugs in the gym before you go to a field. Your spine, your shoulders, your collarbone, your vertebrae ain't built for this kind of intensity. I promise you.
Let's give Carl a call. Carl Meyer. Like we said, he plays center for the NOLA Gold.
Carl.
Hey, Carl.
Hey, how you doing?
Carl Meyer, a New Orleans, just a New Orleans icon as a center of our very own.
That's right.
New Orleans Gold.
We just made you an icon. You like that?
Made you an icon.
I like that.
That's got to make you feel pretty good.
I can't complain with that at all. I'm smiling from ear to ear.
How long you been in New Orleans, Carl?
It's coming on 2 years now.
Well, we want to get into it with you, and maybe you can educate us a little bit, because we have a lot of questions.
Yeah, we do. We have a lot of questions. We want to hear your story
about
first.
The game of rugby. But I just want to tell you, this is Ted, and Nick is our executive producer.
Say hello, Nick.
Hey, Carl.
Did you
Hey,
hear?
man, how you doing?
Okay.
And then
Glad to have you on the show.
And then Vic, who's the host and better known as the king of all podcasting. That's Vic right there. Say hi, Vic.
Hi, Vic.
There you go. Now,
you know, I once was recruited to play rugby, and I didn't.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was. There was like a club team at Audubon Park, and they recruit people. They still play at Audubon Park all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's
different.
That's
this
nothing.
guy's like, he's in the NFL.
This is like we were saying.
Yeah.
And Carl, you feel free to correct us at any time, because you're the player. Okay, you're the expert. You know the game.
All right, before you do that, I want to hear Carl's story. How do you got it? How you started playing rugby?
Yeah.
Where you grew up? Give us your story, okay?
Yeah, sure. So I grew up in a small town, Pietermaritzburg in South Africa. I kind of grew up from when I can remember, when I was a little kid. Rugby is really a big sport in South Africa, and I think it's quite similar to, I would say, here, where as soon as you can start walking here in America, you get given a football. In South Africa, you kind of get given a rugby ball. So,
well, what about cricket? South Africa, don't they do cricket in South Africa?
Yes, that is true.
Okay,
we're really good cricket team.
That's right.
I played a bit of cricket in school, and then I decided just to solely focus on rugby. Ever since I was a little kid, my dream was just to play professional rugby, and thought it would be a lot easier getting there than what it actually was. But it was an awesome journey from going from primary school to high school, and then not really getting the opportunity I was looking for in South Africa, and had to find a way. Ended up making my professional debut then. So it was quite a long journey to get to where I am, but I'm grateful that it was. I'm hoping that by telling sort of my story that I can help youngsters and stuff who don't really initially get the opportunities like most do. If they just keep plugging away and keep fighting for what they're passionate about and what they love to do, that they can make it happen if they just keep their head down and work hard.
I don't care what people tell you, inflation is here. They're about ready to put a tax on beef, a tax on pork. Have you seen the price of milk? Inflation is here. Shortages are here. And financially, you got to figure out what the heck you're going to do with excess cash. They call it discretionary income. Well, the best thing that you need to do is to contact our friends at Coin Trader Inc. They deal in all the precious metals, rare coins. It's completely private. You don't need a social security number. You could be Bozo the Clown and open an account with Coin Trader. They've been around for 15 years. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Call them today and protect your hard-earned wealth. Gold, silver, platinum, palladium, and rare U.S. and ancient coins. They're experts in all that stuff. Give them a call at 504-267-6004 and tell them the king of all podcasts sent you.
We are on a time crunch, and because we're on a time crunch, we have to do things starting
now. So the enemy is targeting so many people right now. And the reason why he's targeting you is because he doesn't want you to reach the next level. He doesn't want you to even get to 2022. So many people, he wants their souls, he wants their lives. And how many of you are ready to fight for your life before this year is up? Do what it is you're going to do and do it quickly. Now is the time to do the change. Now is the time to let go of some things. I mean, how many things have we had to say, you know what? We're not bringing that into 2022, right? I'm not going to bring my attitude. I'm not going to bring things that that have kept me bound in 2021. So 2022 is a new year. Let go of the hurts. Let go of the anger. Let go of the things that have kept you bound and chains and shackles.
You are listening to the best of 2021, the All Over the Road New Orleans podcast. This is your announcer guy speaking.
Remember to share the show and go ahead and download part 2. It's brought to you by CoinTrader Inc. Visit goldpricesnow.com.